Do you want to play it on easy mode where when you are going out and meeting with women, things just seem to kind of flow and be effortless? If that's the case, luckily for you, in today's video, I am gonna break down some of the approaches and mindsets that I've developed over the last 10 to 15 years that have made this area of life so much easier. If that sounds good to you, my name is Todd. I've hit on a few thousand women at this point. I've taught so many men just like you how to do the same. Let's dive in and let's break apart some of the beliefs that are going to make this entire area easier. And I have to say, for a lot of guys, it feels very hard. And I totally get that. It is really a struggle. It's like this weird area of life when you try to go out and like hit on women and get better at it. It's tied to your ego and your sense of self. It's not like every time you try to play the piano and you hit a wrong key, you're like, oh my God, I'm a loser and nothing will ever work for me. But in this area of life, it's way more difficult, okay? So I want to share with you a few different perspectives that I've adopted over the years of working on this area for a pretty damn long time. And this is also what I teach. Like when I work with guys to help them get better, these are some of the things that I teach them so that this part of life is way easier. Okay, first up, NBD, okay? No big deal. So what happens to us as guys is we place a lot of importance on this area of life that comes from transurfing, Valim, Zaded, whatever his name is, my best friend like teaches for him and I still don't know the name of it. I'm a terrible friend. Okay, so NBD, no big deal. All right, what I want to invite you to is lowering the importance on this area of your life, making it not such a big deal. As you're like going out, as you're talking to women, I want you to kind of like reinforce the fact that this isn't that big of a deal. Like NBD, baby, no big deal. This is not a huge deal. This isn't life or death. This isn't the end of the world. If you get rejected, not that big of a deal. If you talk to a girl and she doesn't like you, not that big of a deal. If you go up to a group of girls and you try to work whatever little magic you got and it doesn't work, no big deal. It's not a big deal. I really do want to reinforce the fact that this area of life is not a big deal. Now, I understand the hypocrisy of this statement as a guy that makes videos about it all of the time. Now, I do this because I'm a nerd and I like enjoy this area of life. Like I enjoy working on it. I enjoy developing. I love women. I love flirting. And I like that feeling of like when I go out and I get in the zone, like, oh man, it's awesome. Okay. So I do this because I really enjoy it. You know, paradoxically, your boy's a hypocrite, I guess, right? Because I just make thousands of videos about how to hit on women, but yet here I am telling you it's not that big of a deal. But at the same time, it really isn't that big of a deal. That is the whole point of this. Like, I feel like it's more of like a hobby or something that I'm interested in, but for the average guy, he's like, this is life or death. Like, if I talk to her and she doesn't call me back, I will be destroyed. That is how most guys feel about this subject. Whether or not they say it, you can tell when you talk to a guy that for most of them, they're pretty nervous and they just feel like very bunched up. They feel very tight about this subject, okay? So first I want to invite you, even though you're watching videos to improve for you, which is awesome. Like kudos again. So cool that you're even taking time to like work on this area of life. That's awesome, okay? So even though you're taking time to learn about this area and like explore and like download information that's gonna help you, I still want to invite you to the idea that like it's not a big deal, dude. Like if you go out and you talk to some girls and they shoot you down, whatever, bro. It's not that big of a deal. Like if something doesn't work for you immediately, it's not that big of a deal. If you like a girl and she doesn't like you back, it's not that big of a deal. A lot of what I try to reinforce when I teach guys is lowering the importance and like lowering the amount of stress that they're putting on themselves and pressure that they're putting on themselves and self-criticism that they're putting on themselves. Because most of you guys, myself too, when I started, are kinked up. All these like neurotic holding patterns, if you've heard that before from Elliot Hulse, okay? Another amazing guy, amazing teacher. I heard that one from Owen Cook, who's also an amazing guy, an amazing teacher, okay? So most guys are all like kinked up, right? The hose is all like bent in 1,000 ways and they're like super stressed out about things, okay? So I want to invite you to the fact that it's not that big of a deal, baby. Like NBD, lowering the importance, lowering the criticism, lowering the negative self-talk, and realizing it's like, hey, I'm just taking baby steps. I'm putting one foot in front of the other, and I'm just like, I'm moving towards it. It's cool that I'm moving towards it, and it's not that big of a deal if things don't work out. All right, get rejected. This is something I do a lot, and I teach other guys to do this as well, okay? If you are out with a group of friends, don't be like, yo, I'm gonna go hit on that girl and like put pressure on yourself. Say something like, yo, if you guys wanna watch me get rejected, you're about to see it. So I want you to feel the subtleness of this frame, right? Instead of going like, okay, I'm going in, you're like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go get shot down. I can't spell, shoot down, shot down. All right, guys, I'm about to go get shot down. I'll see you in a second, okay? Hey, guys, if you wanna see someone just get utterly destroyed and rejected, so like what you're doing is like socially to the people you're with, you are lowering how serious you're taking it, okay? So a lot of the times when you're out with friends or you're out with other people and you see a girl that you think is cute and you want to go say hi to, I really recommend making light of it, being like, hey guys, well, I'm gonna go get rejected by this girl really quick. I'll be right back. Can you feel how different that is than the normal pressure of the guys like, I gotta go up and be like James Bond and like crush it, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta be the man. Versus me where I'm like, hey guys, I'm gonna go get shot down by this girl really quick. I'll be right back. That lowers it. It also gives you permission, like if you're out with your friends and you're out in a group, like it gives you permission to like look stupid. You know what I mean? Like it gives you permission to fail. It like removes the pressure and like it gives you space to breathe. You know what I mean? So another thing that I teach guys when they're out is saying, hey, I'm gonna go get shot down real quick. I'll be right back. Hey, I'm gonna go get utterly rejected. I'll be right back. Doing that socially, saying it even out loud to the people you're with, to your system, like starts to bring down the nervousness and the tightness, okay? The other thing I'll say here is I recommend talking about going out like this. Instead of hitting up your friends and saying, hey, do you wanna go out? Say, hey, you wanna go get shot down by a bunch of girls tonight? Like, hey, do you wanna go out and get rejected repeatedly all night long? Hey, do you wanna go out and just get utterly rejected all night long and then also like have a beer to celebrate our misery? I recommend making light, like even when you're making plans or you're like trying to get friends to go out with you, I recommend framing it that way, saying, hey, you wanna get together and go out a little bit and just get shot down until we have absolutely no self-esteem left. Joking around about it. Again, what we're doing here is like we're lowering the importance, we're like lowering the pressure, we're removing the seriousness and the tightness, and we're starting to kind of like loosen it up. Because when you go out and you're trying to flirt with women, in what world does it work better when you're tight? You know what I'm saying? In what world do you create more attraction with women by being like this? That's not how it works, okay? Like when you're more loose and you're feeling good, like things work better for you. So saying no big deal, saying, hey, I'm about to go over here and get rejected, like, hey, let's go out and just get shot down all night. All of that is like removing the pressure. It's like lowering the level. It's like bringing it down so that you're able to like chill and feel more comfortable, okay? Incel. Okay, so these are other types of jokes that you can make. So like, hey, I'm a virgin, incel, just now learning how to talk to women, like literally gonna try to stumble my way through this. Just out here as a virgin, staying a virgin, not wanting to, but that's just what's happening. Hey, I'm an incel, just out here just keeping it strong. Like virgin and incel are two things that you can kind of joke around about, again, to reduce the pressure around sex, reduce the pressure around talking to women. Reduce the pressure around like anything in that like mating, flirting with women, right? So, I mean, you can even tell girls that you're a shy virgin, you know, like, hey, I'm a shy virgin, you know, like I've used that before. You know what? I got to bring that one back out now that I'm thinking about it. Like the way that I look and whatever, I'm like, hey, I'm a shy incel. So again, it's like teasing about it. It's like joking around about it to like lower the pressure, like make it not that big of a deal. And I know this sounds like small stuff, but don't sleep on this, dude. Like what I'm telling you right now and what I'm sharing with you is these mindsets will make this area of life flow. It will make it so much easier for you, right? When you're trying to learn something or get good at something, like let's say you're like swinging a baseball bat, the more you're like choked up on it and like all stressed, like that's not gonna help you get better at it. That's not gonna help your performance, but it's also not gonna help you learn, right? And you can see that if you're learning to play a musical instrument, or if you're learning to do anything and you're like really choked up and really tight on it, you know, you're like that's not gonna help you learn. It's not gonna help you get better. Everything that I'm sharing with you here are mindsets and frames and things to say to kind of like reduce the amount of stress, like reduce the amount of cortisol in your system, and like allow the things to flow easier for you so that you can learn better, and so also so it's more fun for you, and so that you get the result that you want. Your results get better when you do this and you like lower the seriousness level of it and you make it more fun. You will get better results. Like if there's anything in life where the results get way better, it's women, homie. Like women respond so much better to like kind of a carefree, flowy type of vibe than they do some really uptight, serious type of vibe, okay? So being able to joke around and be like, yep, I'm just a virgin out here, just doing everything I can within my power to stay a virgin. Let's have fun. Okay, here's what I'm really trying to get at here. Making this area of life fun. For most guys, this is a miserable endeavor that is fraught with nervousness and tight energy and shame and embarrassment and feeling like shit and rejection. That's like most guys are like, oh, I don't even want to have to do it. Like, and that is how most guys feel about this area when they're trying to get better at it. They don't have fun with it anymore. And I understand, like, look, dude, like if it's been a real struggle for you for a very long time, like I get it. Like Papa Todd over here understands. I've been through it. I've been through the ringer. Like the reason that I have all these is because I've had to learn, right? Like there's that saying, I've said it before, there are no experts, just other learners further down the journey. Remember to have fun. This area of life for so many guys is a fucking nightmare. It's full of rejection and feeling like shit. Do everything that you can in your power while you're working on this area to make it as enjoyable and as fun as you possibly can. Because not only will it be more enjoyable for you, but your results will get so much better. This isn't like other areas of life where like the harder you grind, the better your results. That's not the case, dude. Like women don't respond well to the grind energy. That's not what like turns women on. It's more that free flowing type of thing, right? What's cool about this area is like they kind of teach you to like, hey, let's chill, like let's be a little bit more flowy, like let's enjoy this more, let's have fun in the process, you know? Like even working towards a sex, like like it's a weird thing. Like what are we even doing? You know what I mean? Like it's the whole process is weird. So the point being, doing what you can to inject some fun into it. And that is a lot of what I teach guys. Like when I take guys out and I teach them on this, it's not like most of the time I'm trying to get them to be more serious. You know what I'm saying? Like when I take guys out to teach them how to get really good at this area of life, it's not like I'm teaching them to be more serious. That's the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do. For most guys, they're already so linear, so logic, so tight. That is not the shift that you're actually trying to help them make when you're teaching them. If I'm teaching you or someone else, yes, I'm very serious about being very good at this area of life. But that's not what guys need help with. It's not like they need help being more critical of themselves. That's not that they need more help being more serious. It's getting them to tap into like having fun with it and enjoying it and feeling good and lowering the seriousness and like enjoying the process. When you teach guys this, you can't give them constructive criticism. You can't point things out that aren't going well. Like everything that I do when I'm teaching a guy is like helping him to like have fun, like let loose, like let go, like enjoy it more, like dropping all the bullshit that's in their head. Like a lot of the times I'm like, man, you're doing awesome. It's so cool that you're even out here doing this. That's awesome. Like the fact that you're even out here working on this or at home watching a video to get better is dope. That's awesome. That is what a good coach does. They get you to perform better. And it's not like they get you to perform better by pushing and being serious. They get you to perform better by helping you loosen up so that your energy, so that you can like unkink the hose. And that way when you're out, the women are more attracted to you because you're not all tight. Okay, like every other guy out there, when he's like has a drink and it's just like as close to his chest as possible. These guys out here, if they could get the drink inside their chest, they would, dude. Like you guys are like in the corner, like I'm like this. It's like that's not gonna help, homie. Every guy is basically like that in this area. There's a couple of guys that aren't, you know what I mean? And those are the guys that are getting laid. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like straight up, the guys that are like looser about this and more fun, like those are the guys that the women are, you know, that's the guys that they're hooking up with. Okay, so teaching guys how to have more fun, like how to loosen up and like how to kind of like let go of some of those neurotic holding patterns and those like really tight parts of themselves so they can flow more and be much more attractive to women. I know I keep on saying it, but it's like I'm trying to put you in a trance about this. Like part of the goal of the videos that I'm putting together is to put you in a trance around this to help like decondition some of the social conditioning that's around this area. The social conditioning around this area of life is what is pushing you in your head. It is what is causing you to be shut down and to feel tight. And what your boy Todd is trying to do is to help like put you in a trance to kind of like start to like clear some of that. So you'll hear me say a lot of the same things again and again and again because repetition is helping to get it into your brain. The more that I'm like, hey, it's okay to have fun. Hey, don't forget to have fun. This area of life, it doesn't all have to feel like shit the whole time. You're allowed to enjoy yourself, okay? Anyways, we'll move on. Okay, social pressure. Here's the deal. When you see a girl that you think is very attractive or like you're gonna go up to like a group of guys and girls with girls that you think are attractive, there's gonna be social pressure. There are girls that are like so attractive that just them looking at you, you're like, oh, like, you know what I mean? And then also if it's a group and the guys are all jacked and look cool and the girls are super attractive, like there's gonna be social pressure on you, okay? So everything that we're doing here is to help lessen the social pressure, okay? Like all of this is like, hey, watch me get shot down, like, hey, watch another incel stay an incel, is all to like lower the social pressure because when you go out, there will be social pressure. Now, that is this down arrow, okay? You see my nice little down arrow? That is trying to reduce the social pressure, trying to kind of get the social pressure down, like internally, okay? Now there's an up arrow. The up arrow is when you first start, one of the things I'm working on with you is to like reduce the social pressure, but eventually when we get you loose, we actually have to add social pressure in, okay? So like we're trying to get into your system all the things that will help you to handle the pressure, but then you're gonna go from a girl that you think is like kind of cute to a girl that you think is like really, really attractive to like a group of girls that you think is really, really attractive to a group of guys and girls that are really, really attractive, right? Like, and each one of those is gonna have more social pressure on you when you're out. So that's why it's important to kind of like build this at the beginning to help the dude like reduce the level of pressure that he's feeling so that we're able to go up. Because in your mind, you're like, yo, and I understand this, and I was this way too. I don't want to just, I'm not trying to dog on you, okay? In your mind, you're like, I want the really hot girl. But it's like, dude, for most guys, they're not ready for that pressure. They would be like all uptight, like reacting to the girl the whole time, and it wouldn't even be enjoyable. When you develop as a man, you're able to actually enjoy what a beautiful, amazing woman that's like really in her feminine brings to the table. A lot of guys are like, oh, I want this really attractive girl, but I'm like, bro, there's so much pressure that's gonna come along with it. You actually don't want that yet. Even though you think you do, you're gonna be so nervous and like reacting to her all the time because she's like up here, And it's not that you guys aren't at the same level. It's that most guys haven't cleared the stuff so that they feel like they're at the same level. It's all in your head. You know what I mean? Like it's all in our head as guys that we think she's up here and we're down here. But the point is, until you've cleared that stuff that you feel like you're at the same level as she is, it's not that enjoyable. So a lot of what we're trying to work on here with you or with any guy that I'm teaching is to like lower the pressure, lower the seriousness and the uptightness. And then once we get it where it's like nice and clean, then at that point, we start putting on the pressure. I will give you an example here, which is when I go out with a guy and I'm teaching him, first I try to build the guy up, right? Like I'm trying to help him like get the sauce, if you will. But then eventually you got to start putting the pressure on. Once you get it so that they're like really good, then at that point, I'm going to go in on the sets or like the groups of girls that he's talking to and like start putting the pressure in until he's able to like hold it. You know what I mean? I come in and he's able to hold it, like hold frame with the whole group, even though I've come in. And that is mimicking pressure from other guys, mimicking pressure from the environment. But like I said, first you try to reduce the pressure and reduce the seriousness. And then to help the guy really develop that masculine energy and like really develop that solid, grounded energy, you start putting the pressure on him slowly. Don't worry, with you, I would go like super easy. It'd be all Gucci, as the kids say. Okay, now, like I always say, I put together a free course below where I break down every single thing that I've learned on this journey that will help you become very, very successful. And I put it together in a more step-by-step type of a situation. Like this is super ranty. This is me like literally just yelling about random things that are in my head, okay? So I put together a free course below that will break apart every single part of this, and it also does it in a sequential order that will help you get really good at this very, very fast. If that sounds good, click the link below, take the free course. It's free. It's all my best information versus watching me just yell into the camera, okay? I hope that helped. I, Todd, am out, but I shall return.